When the guns finally fell silent in Vietnam, the Huey's mission didn't end. It had carried more than soldiers. It carried a generation. From the rice paddies of the Mekong Delta to the mountains of the Central Highlands, its blades had beaten through the heart of the 20th century's most divisive war. Over 7,000 Hueys served in Vietnam, the largest helicopter fleet ever assembled for a single conflict. More than 3,000 were lost in combat. But those that survived went on to fly in every corner of the world. In the years that followed, Hueys were adopted by dozens of nations, from Germany to Australia, from South Korea to Colombia. They fought wildfires, rescued flood victims, patrolled jungles, carried medical teams into disaster zones. The same sound that once meant war now meant life. Today, the Huey is still flying, in smaller roles, in civilian hands, and in museums where veterans stand quietly beside them, running their hands along the metal, remembering the smell of hydraulic fluid and the vibration of the floor. For many, stepping into a restored Huey is like stepping back in time. At airshows, you'll see old pilots, their hair gray, standing with tears in their eyes as the rotors begin to turn. That sound, the deep, pulsing whop-whop-whop, brings it all back, the fear, the adrenaline, the camaraderie. The Huey changed how wars were fought. It pioneered the idea of air mobility, soldiers moving by helicopter instead of roads. It reshaped tactics, logistics, and rescue operations forever. Modern aircraft like the Black Hawk and Apache owe their existence to the lessons learned from the Huey's time in Vietnam. But the Huey's greatest legacy isn't technological. Its human.it represents courage under fire, of pilots who flew into impossible situations, of medics who risked everything to save one more man, of crews who turned a fragile machine into a lifeline. The Huey became a bridge between life and death, between hope and despair. It was a weapon, a rescue, a home in the sky. And when it left Vietnam for the last time, it took with it the memories of millions, soldiers and civilians, allies and enemies alike. Decades later, the Huey still appears in films, documentaries, and songs. Its sound instantly transports us back to that era, an era of chaos, courage, and change. The Huey is more than history. It's memory, preserved in motion. As one veteran said, "You never forget the Huey. You can close your eyes, and it's still there, the wind in your face, the smell of smoke and fuel, the rhythm that meant you were alive." In the jungles of Vietnam, the Huey was the voice of an empire and the prayer of a soldier. It carried pain and hope in equal measure. And even now, when the last Hueys lift off into the sunset, their echo reminds us of the war that changed everything, and the machine that carried its soul. The Huey helicopter, the sound of Vietnam.